but I ain't broke no more. With the and the wine in. Yeah, y'all. I'm just in this thing, you know what I mean? Doing my little old thing. In my chest in. Jamming like a motherfucker. Jamming like a motherfucker. Yeah. Come fuck with me. Know I'm talking about. Say. It's your boy Hezeleo. A lot of boys with me in that era. In that new era. Trill era. A lot of boys with me in that era. In that era. Morse nigga. Morse nigga. Morse nigga. Step nigga. Morse nigga. Step nigga. Morse nigga. Step nigga. Morse. Trill era. New era. Trill era. New era. Trill era. New era. Yeah, y'all. Know I'm talking about. It's going down in the south. Know what I'm saying? But check this here out. Why did you expect anything different than what you just heard? Think about it. Why would you expect anything different than what you just heard? You know what I mean? It wasn't a surprise. It was right before your eyes. But I don't know. Some of us be talking about justice or no peace. Shit. Better turn up on a no peace. Cause ain't no justice. Ain't no justice. It's just a game. Know what I'm talking about? Just a big old game. You'll be able to see who the winner or the loser gonna be, depending on your race. Unfortunately, that's what's popping. Let that cow Rittenhouse would have been a young, dark-complected male. That verdict would have been send him straight to hell. They would have sent that young boy so far underneath that prison that it would have been. They would have sent that young boy so far underneath that prison it would have been atrocious. You know what I mean? But it's where we live at, man. America. That's where we at. We in America. Ain't nothing has changed. Ain't nothing has changed. So welcome to the Trillcast, man. In the meantime, in between time, it's your host, Hezeleo, holding it down, you know what I'm saying, just taking care of business. But we coming to speak on the KOR Rittenhouse verdict, you know what I'm saying? Let me see who off in there. I knew all that from the get-go. Easy. I knew it all from the get-go. I just did a video, you know what I mean, from the get-go. If the defendant was black, he been a convict. Easy. If he was black, that shit wouldn't have took no 2 weeks. It wouldn't have took no 15 days. Deliberation wouldn't have took 3 days. Just. I know it sound ugly, but it's just the truth. If he was a black young kid that was involved in some shit like that, now it wouldn't have took 2 weeks. It wouldn't have took 2 weeks, and it wouldn't have took 3 days of deliberation. He would have been guilty unfortunately, as soon as he walked into that motherfucking courtroom. That bring me to this one story. It bring me to this one story that took place, when I was a youth, you know what I mean? I was doing some business and whatnot, and let me get it accurate. I wasn't a youth, I was a young man. But I was doing some business, and I was getting sued. You know what I mean? Let me see. Once his granddaddy threw the gun charges out, it was a wrap. Yeah, so look, I was getting sued, man. And I remember sitting in the courtroom, and I remember the plaintiffs, they walked up, and I was sitting I was sitting outside the courtroom, and the plaintiffs was on the left of me, which the door was next to us. It separated us. So I was sitting a few feet down on a bench, and then to the left of me was some space, and then the door to the courtroom. So on the other side of the door to the courtroom was the plaintiffs. You know what I mean? And the judge walked up. And so when the judge walked up, I'm sitting down, you know what I'm saying? So he not looking down, he looking up at them because they standing up. And it was a young white couple and an older white lady. You know what I mean? And so while they standing up, he walk up to him and he say, y'all the plaintiffs, in this case. And they like, yes, sir. Yeah, your honor. He said, y'all ain't gotta worry about nothing. Y'all gonna win anyway. You know what I mean? He told them straight up. He told them straight business. Hey, this ain't nothing to try to act like, ooh, let me jump on the bandwagon because this is what's going on in society. Now this straight business. Before this man even heard any other case, any other situation, before he heard anything to do with why we were there, he told them, y'all put his hands on their back, on the young man back. He put his hands on his back. He say, y'all don't have nothing to worry about. Y'all gonna win anyway. How are we in the courtroom to find the truth and justice when you walk before you even walked into the courtroom and sat down and heard anything, you already decided they was gonna win. You know what I mean? So what that tells me is that's what we think justice, it should be pre-decided. It should be a fucking game. You know what I mean? So the other day when I made the video, I know I ruffled some feathers, but I already told you, he gonna get off. He gonna get off. Now, scot-free with no infractions. I thought they was gonna at least make it look like, hey, you be good now. But they dropped all the charges. I ain't surprised. I'm having a little lunch. That green shit good. But yeah, so I don't know who was expecting something different. You must not be from here. You must be from another country. If you was expecting something different, you must ain't been around here. You know what I mean? You must just got around here if you was expecting a different verdict. You must have been out of the country for a while. But yeah, so we already knew. Let me see who off in here, because they already knew. JB, what it is. Jamal G. Let me see if the defense. Yeah, we read that. Oh, I see them. I see them three letters. That KKK. Chris, what it is. We knew the outcome would be. Ain't nobody surprised. What's up with it, Ronald Wiggins? We got the kid off in this thing. Let me see. The judge cheated. Man, they always do. Civics are cool. Thank God that he's free. What I've been messed up. Self-defense. Presidents over. Let me see. Forever. I don't know. He about to become a police officer now. That's justice you find just us. You already know what it is. Elite ambition. Yeah. So yeah, now the way the picture was painted, it did look like a lot of aggression coming towards his way. So the way the picture was painted, it did look like he was defending himself. Now, they say they got some drone footage before shit popped off. They said that boy was out there. That boy was out there, bitch ass nigga, what it is, you know what I'm saying? That boy was out there inciting some shit, but I don't know. And look, I don't know shit about shit. I just got me a little platform, you dig? So I like to come here and run my motherfucking mouth. I know some people be like, man, you this and you that. You said this. So? You don't agree, go on your platform and do it. If you don't agree, go turn on your live and speak your shit. You know what I mean? Cause right now I'm just speaking my shit. But the way I saw it, I knew the ball was gonna get off. But I ain't know he was gonna get off like that. God damn. No charge for nothing. Like nothing? Like he ain't break no laws? So you telling me I can go walk down the street right now with an AR-15, as long as I ain't bother nobody, and they run up on me and I smoke their motherfucking ass, I can get out, huh? Me, you think I could do that? Man, it'll be a motherfucking free Heezy campaign for the rest of my life. I wouldn't get off. I get life. Nah, we ain't gonna be able to do that. We ain't gonna be able to do that out here. We ain't gonna be able to do that out here. Look what they did, the brother with the not fucking around organization. The brother with the not fucking around organization, they say he pointed a weapon up at some individuals that he couldn't identify. He didn't know who they were. And they happened to be agents. Now he facing all kind of charges. And all he did was just, hey, what y'all talking about? He pointed a weapon. Now his trial been going on for a long ass time. And they about to blame him. You know what I mean? They gonna blame him. You know why they gonna blame him? Because he black. And he represent black people against racism. So he gonna get fucked over. You know what I mean? The not fucking around organization. I forgot his name. But he had been making some waves, showing up, doing this and that. But come to find out, he was pulling the right permits to try to get some of this shit done, to make a statement. But what they about to do, unfortunately, they about to make an example out of him. Because they don't want no niggas stirring up, getting no groups of niggas talking about we ain't fucking around. You're going against the system. So, me personally, I don't know nothing about no justice. Shit don't work. This shit cannot work. Blacks, Mexicans, we cannot depend on the system. If the shit happen to fall in our favor, hey, look at me, we won. But going in there depending on some justice, you go in there and fight your best fight. You get your motherfucking attorneys and you go play the game and you fight your best fight. But other than that, Don't be believing in the motherfucking thing. Because this the same country. This the same country where slavery was legal. You know what I mean? This the same country where slavery was legal. So you telling me you got belief in the country and in the system that legalized keeping human beings entrapped in inhumane conditions as your property, making them work, breeding them, maiming them, killing them, treating the motherfuckers like herds of cattle, housing them in filth, working them till they die, and the unruly ones balling them in hot pots of water, dismembering penises, dismembering arms and all kind of shit, poking out eyes, cutting out tongues, forbidding the motherfucker to read. But then if you escaped, where the fuck was you gonna run? Because it was legal. So it was everybody in on it. So if you came across such and such and them, oh, they trying to return you back to your rightful owners. Because you their property. You did? But you gonna look at a motherfucker sitting up in the robe who ancestors perpetuated this shit and look to him for some justice? Boy, we born into some fuck shit. Straight business. We born into some fuck ass bullshit. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. I don't look to no motherfucker for no savior or no justice. I got faith when I leave this ragged ass motherfucking earth that it's a God and there was a reason all this here shit went down. And maybe I'm worthy that he'll tell me one day, well, look, son, this is why this shit was, like that. But until then, I ain't looking at no motherfucking man put no faith in nothing. I don't trust now some old bitch. Yeah, let me see what y'all talking about. Oh, somebody if you can, hit the like button for me. Could I trust you to do that? Could I trust you to do that? Shit. Is that too much to ask? I need you motherfuckers to hit that like button. Keep my video in the algero. Keep my video in the algero. Yeah. Hit that motherfucking like button. Who that is off in here? Just straight up, man. Hey, y'all ain't listen. Whatever y'all feel, you ain't gotta erase no comments. Speak your motherfucking mind. I don't care. Speak your mind. If you don't agree with me, I don't care. You know what I mean? Don't erase your comment. If you disagree, I ain't tripping. If you disagree, I ain't tripping. It is what it is, man. This is the society that we live in. Right now, we got brothers right now on death row. My brother on death row. You know what I mean? We got innocence programs because sometimes innocent people are put to death. If it was such justice, why are innocent people incarcerated and put to death? If it was such justice. If it was such justice in a justice system, why are private prisons being built and have been built for years? Why is that? If it's such justice. You anticipate crime. You build a hotel because you anticipate guests. You anticipate business. So how do you gauge if the crime rate gonna go up? How do you gauge if the crime rate gonna go up? Oh, we need more prisons. Why? Power on. Why do you need more prisons and how do you know that? If it's private prisons, why isn't it more private schools? Why isn't it more private schools being built and funded so teachers can be paid a great wage to come and be with our children to redirect them from going to prison? I'm just asking. And I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Why is it that most of the music that make it through the pipeline that saturate the airwaves is negative? Who's the most influenced by the imagery in the music? Who gonna listen to it and recite it and make it a part of who they are, their identity? You're gonna walk around long enough saying, nigga, play with me, I'ma slide on this bitch ass. I'ma slide on his grandma house. You start to embed that in your mind, that becomes a part of you. So as soon as a nigga play with you, what you do? You do what the rap lyrics say. Because there's not enough stronger individuals standing there telling these younger men, this is just entertainment. Just like every movie you see. Why do you have to relate these rappers to the content so fully where you engage like you're under a spell? Why you not under a spell by the movies? I'm just asking. I don't know. So do you think, let's say music would just shut off. Wasn't any rap music. It was all movies. It was all movies. All action movies. All killing, this and that, this and that, this and that, this and that. Do you think they would build more prisons because of what the movies showed and what the movies depicted? Nah. It's this Pied Piper shit. It's the Pied Piper shit, the music playing to these younger minds, questionable, who listen to this shit and it becomes a part of them. Those are the ones most likely to come visit this new prison we just built. Hey, hit that like button for me, man. Let me see who in here. Let me see. Uh-oh. Let me see. Got my permit, man. Hey, it's going down. Hey, I appreciate that Cash App you sent me. I think I seen that earlier. Yeah, I seen that Cash App you sent me earlier. The homie Maurice Hood. Appreciate that Cash App, man. That's real shit. Let me see. Justice for all my ass, exactly. I bet you right now there's a lot riding going on. Well, they ready for the riding. They ready for the riding. They Now this another thing. Ooh, this another thing. Hey, somebody hit that like button for me. Nigga gotta beg y'all to ride right there and hit the. Nigga gotta beg y'all to ride right there and hit that fucking like button. You niggas finna build an enemy. Hit that, yeah, man. Get that motherfucker up. Get that motherfucker up. Now check this out. How in the hell, just ask yourself this right quick. Right? If they already got 500 National Guard in place in the city, when did they deploy them? When did they call them boys? Because if you ain't know the verdict, why them boys already there? I'm already there. You know what I mean? Why them boys already there? Somebody answer that for me. They already knew, just like with the George Floyd verdict. They called them day one. Yeah. Well, I know none of us surprised. None of us are surprised. You know what I'm saying? So I said it the other day in a video. A couple people got disgruntled. Uh, some things I say, man, I'm not just gonna go to everybody and be, hey man, this and that. Sometimes I'm wrong, man. Just cause a nigga got a YouTube channel don't mean he perfect and he's smart and he know everything. Sometimes I'm wrong, man. But sometimes I'm right. And when I'm wrong, I'm right. And when I'm right, I'm right. And when I'm right, I'm wrong. You know what I mean? Somebody told me, somebody say, what the fuck you talking about this and that? I'm like, God damn. Nigga got butt weight over my words. Nigga was aggressive over my words. But yeah, man, so the homie about to go home and he gonna go home and his mama gonna say, there's a phone call for you. He gonna be like, hello? Way to go, young man. Who is this? It's George. George who? Zimmerman. Oh, what's up, man? That type of shit. But I ain't got no dog in that fight. R.I.P. to the people who lost their life. R.I.P. to the whole city and anybody who died during the rides and any of that, you know what I mean? The protests, anybody who got arrested, hey man, hope they get out, you know what I mean? It's unfortunate. But this is the society we live in. This is the society we live in. This is what it's hitting for. We can never forget that slavery here was once legal. Never forget that. So they supposedly stopped the shit in 1865. Okay, you stopped the shit in 1865. And here's another kicker. When you talk about, okay, boom, we abolished this slavery. Y'all niggas free to go. Who was it, Lincoln? Was it Lincoln or somebody say, okay, boom, we're gonna bless these niggas with some land and a mule. One of those presidents tried to get that shit. I forgot his name, but he tried to get that shit. He tried to give some niggas that shit, but what he did, he gave them some swamp land that they really couldn't farm on, really couldn't fuck with. But somehow, miraculously, a huge majority of them niggas was able to do something with that land. But then something happened to that president. He died or something. And then the next motherfucker who came in took the shit back. So they attempted to give a nigga a little something. Here's a little something. Here's some swamp land. And a broke down ass, retarded ass mule. Here's some swamp land and a three-legged motherfucking mule. Gave a nigga a retarded donkey. And niggas, so ingenuitive, niggas took that swamp land and that retarded ass donkey, and niggas made something out of that shit. But then they came back and took it. You know what I mean? But here's the kicker. In this same country, when they said the reparations, they gave reparations to the slave owners. You heard me right? They gave reparations not to the slaves who had worked their fingers to the bone and generations before them who died being in bondage, who died as slaves. Who knows how long those generations go back? These are the dates they talking about, 17 something to 1865, like 89, 90 years. That's what they document. But you know, and I know that trade probably was going on way longer than that. You know what I mean? But the kicker to me is, you say, oh yeah, we got to pay reparations. Could you imagine? Could you imagine they finally say, okay, yeah, we got to pay reparations. all the niggas went to rejoicing. All the niggas got excited. All the niggas was like, at least they gonna right their wrong. But they say, you niggas move out the way. We not talking about y'all. We talking about the slave master. He lost his property. So we gonna have, because he lost his niggas, because he had to free his niggas, we need to reimburse him for his loss. That's where we at, folks. This that same place. Yeah, this that same place. This country right here is that same place. You know what I mean? So we always got all these expectations. We always got all these expectations. Let me see. Zimmerman was hella foul like a motherfucker. He said he was feed Hove and Beyonce to a pit. Oh my goodness, that nigga there, boy. Yeah, man. Justice is served. Greasy say justice is served. You got your right. My state, it was legal since day one, but the Klan and all that was still here. Just because slavery was never in Ohio doesn't mean it was some paradise. Stay out the small cities. White and free. Know what I'm talking about? Jim Crow Joe. Uh-oh, Jim Crow Joe. Let me see. Not to terrorize, but to protect. That's what it should have been. You know what I mean? I told them fools Biden was no better than Trump. Slavery was continued after 1865 under sharecropping, which was ended in the late 1960s. Look how that was right around the corner, the 1960s. Whole 100 years later, there's an article I read that says some of the sharecropper plantations in the middle of nowhere still had slaves until the 80s. Now that's crazy. I remember my grandfather had located his aunt. He had located his aunt. She was 80, 90 years old. And when he located her, she was staying with non-family members. And when he confirmed that that was his mother's sister, he was excited. He was happy. And he took her from the people and brought her to his house. She was frail. She was really frail, what my mother explained to me. And she was sickly, but she was still hanging on. But when he found her in her things, she still had her slave papers. She still had her bill of sale, her title, you know what I mean? Whatever it is, she still had those things. And my mama said, when my grandfather looked at it and read it, he just broke down. But like I say, man, we're in the same country. So expectations about certain shit, a lot of us just don't have it. I know I don't. You know what I mean? I know I don't. Now, sometimes I expect a motherfucker, if you're going to be, who you are, be who you are. If you're a no good, rotten ass, motherfucking hating ass, racist motherfucker, be that. Be that shit. Be out in the open with that shit. Don't put on no motherfucking suit and tie and, you know what I'm saying, be blending in, motherfucker. Because you the one secretly gonna blame niggas' ass. I like them motherfuckers that got them big ass beards and them goddamn lightning bolt tattoos and Nazi symbols, because they ain't hiding. You know what it is. You open up the door for one of them at the store, and they're gonna look at you like, nah, after you. Nah, after you, nigga. I get it. I get it. But see, the problem is when that shit dressed up, when that shit is suit and tied, you can't see it until the action takes place. When the action of that gaveling, slamming, and your black ass being thrown in the motherfucking cage like an animal for plenty of years, that's when you can see it. You can't see it as long as a motherfucker got on a $300-400 suit. You know what I mean? You see it when the action takes place. That's why I got so many motherfucking innocent people locked up. Innocent people on death row. That's why you keep hearing about stories about exonerated after. I seen a story the other day. Some man was exonerated after 48 years. You telling me you took an innocent man and kept him in prison for 48 years? Old black man. When he come out of prison, they had to wheel him out in a wheelchair. And what you gonna do? You gonna give him what, 70 up? You gonna give him up to 70 some thousand for 48 years for the hell he been through? And when they say that up to 78 to 80 some $1,000, that can't erase that history and that life that man spent in that prison, damn near a half a century. Damn near a half a century. 48 years incarcerated, innocent. Big bold print. Oh, now he exonerated. Whoop-de-doo. His life gone. And of that 70, 80,000 you're gonna give him per year, you're probably gonna tax the shit out of it. He probably ain't gonna live much longer to even fuck with it. All his motherfucking family members probably done died off. Boy, when we think about it, boy, we in a terrible motherfucking place. But we got to make the best of it, man. We got to make the best of it, man. We got to do what we got to do and take care of our business, man. And like minds, if you can, man. You know what I'm saying? Like minds, if you can. You know what I mean? Like minds, if you can. You know what I'm saying? But I look at it like this. While all this fumigation from the system is being sprayed on the urban community of blacks and Mexicans, you know what I mean, darker complected people. While all the fumigation is being sprayed on us, while we're being exterminated from the top, we also at the bottom exterminating each other. Yeah, man. It's heavy, man. It's really heavy. So while all the fumigation and the toxins is on top of us, you know, we down here not devising a plan to shield from that. We're not trying to shield from that. We fighting. We hitting each other with that thukel. We sliding on each other. We're annihilating each other, eliminating each other while we're being exterminated. I saw a movie. Let me see. You read the classic book ISIS Papers by Francis Chels Wilson, describe exactly what you're talking about. You know, I've heard about it, and I may have read a little bit about it, but it's human nature. I was watching a movie the other day. It was about some poor village kids out in the country, out in the sticks, in some foreign land. They wanted to better their situation, so they heard about work that could help them start to send money home, but they were going to have to live where the work was and, try to help remotely from their workplace, which was supposedly 5 hours away from their country home size. So basically, the people who supplied the work sent money to their parents and took the young men to the work site, and they had them in like a scrap yard, like a junk yard or whatever. But basically, once they got them to the scrap yard and the junk yard, they were pretty much enslaving them. They wasn't really paying them. They told them that they sent their parents money. They told them that their room and board cost. They told them this and that cost, and they basically was enslaved, working for free, while the company was making all this money. And so once they realized this, after about 2 weeks, one of them tried to escape. And then when he tried to escape, they caught him, beat him up, pulled that pistol on him, told him this is what it is, and told him, hey, try to escape again, we're going to pop your mama. Try to escape again, we're going to go over there and pop your little sister now. You know what I mean? You in this here. This is what you're going to do. You know what I mean? You basically kidnapped. You basically been trafficked. So they had to work all these crazy ass hours in these filthy ass conditions and shit, while the system was a part of that. Because when they caught the one who tried to escape and brought him back, it was the police who brought him back. It was the police who told him his address. It was the police that told him, try to escape again or give this dude right here any trouble, your mama gonna get popped, or you know what I'm saying, we're gonna pay her a visit. And so as the movie proceeded, it showed that it was government officials and pretty much the whole community pretty much was a part of this ring. But during this ring, it was 4 boys, and one of them started to kind of get favoritism from the boss man. But they seen it coming, the other guys. So they started to attack each other. Like one of them, the one who tried to escape, he stabbed one of the other ones. He was real aggressive towards the other captives. He was real aggressive towards the other ones that was in the same conditions as he were. But wouldn't you think that he would apply that anger, that raw emotion, that wanting to cause harm to the people who captured him? I don't know. That's just my logic. Like you're damaging somebody who's affected just like you. Why wouldn't you want to damage the motherfucker who caused the effect? But yeah, that's the conditions that a lot of us, you know what I'm saying, experience. The motherfuckers over us who applying the pressure, we ain't got nothing to tell them. But the other motherfuckers next to us who also getting the pressure applied on them, that's who we want to harm. Yeah. But like I said, we already knew what the verdict was going to be. But it's in, you know what I mean? It's in. I got more ripping and running to do and business to go take care of. So y'all get y'all money and do what y'all do. And I'll be back. GMB. It's always grown man business, man. Straight up facts. I'm out. But I'll be back.